Alright, here we go. Hello, welcome to Rulebook Readers, known yesterday as NSL COMPMODCOUNCIL, versus the Nazi Hunters. And hopefully this starts pretty damn soon. And we get to see Galahad replacing Phone as the commander for Rulebook Readers, and Rob P replacing Doggo for the aliens. At least I think it's Doggo being replaced. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure what the aliens are going to be doing, because I haven't actually watched too much of their gameplay. So we'll see. And then I say that, but then Rulebook Readers have a completely different commander, so anything could happen in these games. Let's be honest. Doggo is back. Okay, we don't have Rob P replacing Doggo, because apparently Doggo's just here now. Let's point out that it is 3:21, so someone's 21 minutes late. The banter, dude. We can't be disqualifying casters now. They removed that rule. You can't deny casters anymore. Or refs. I think they realize they don't have enough refs, so when someone goes to deny the ref, they might not have replacements. Even though the last time someone actually did that, the ref stayed in the game anyway. You know, when I start the recording, I'm just like, yeah, this will start soon. And then Doggo's just like, well, I'm gonna turn up now. Jeez. Why the hustle? It's a good question. Why indeed? I'm planning on buying a house with the money. Been saving up at the local gas station. Nightsy has the password. Nightsy hasn't sent password to Doggo. Oh dear. Do I have the password? I don't even have Dre on my friends list. As if I'm even looking at my Discord right now. Does my Discord even want to load right now? I should try. No, my Discord on my phone doesn't load. I'd have to tab out, and that's not happening right now. Because when I tab out, you see the desktop. Although I could just like go, hey guys, look at this wonderful video of Summit. And then while you guys think that that's what's happening, I'm just like tabbing out and back into the game, and you're still watching this wonderful production quality video of Summit. And at the same time, I now know the password. So that's wonderful. Oh, I'm remembering that 5-minute delay, Dre. 250 megabytes of my RAM I'm never getting back. Anyway, that was a video of Summit. That's the map you're about to see played. Imagine not having a badge for your own team, is they? I don't know if phone is gone all day. That's a problem that this team is going to have to figure out if he is. Man, I'm already like 7 minutes into this recording. Jeez. Peggy 18. Oh god, they readied. It's happening. Quick. Alright, friends, here we go. Your wonderful teams, rulebook readers, and Nazi Hunter iz0. Because that's what they decided to go with. And off we go. Spawning down in sub-access are the aliens, with Wyso going gorge, and up in the wonderful room of Atrium, Galahad jumps out to build his arms lab, and we have a 3-2 split. Golden sneaks his way through the vent, and Yams above him might be able to get a pick, but instead just gets the parasite and escapes safely with his life. You got Nightsea on the left side of the map, and Golden doing a nice little jump across that gap, but straight into Tap's jaws. As Armor 1 is on the way. These 3 Marines are all just pushing left side. No one's going to check cross here. Marsh is holding Reactor. And he might get ambushed here. Doggo's sat up in the vent above him, and he's going to come behind as Yams backs off to bait him in. And Doggo's been undetected. Never mind. Doggo does go down, but Yams manages to get the clean up on the other side of the map. Tap and Eddie managing to clean every Marine up, apparently. Now, Golden's hot-footing it back here to Comp Lab, and Eddie doesn't really have the health to contest. He's going to need Tap to get here, but Nightsea's respawning. Not much Golden's going to be able to get done here. He's just going to buy as much time as he possibly can, maybe get a skulk pick. Maybe not get a skulk pick, but still, that's 4 aliens doing nothing else on the map. Yams is just getting these parasites very nicely through the vent up top. And Hypey gotta be aware that Doggo's in this room. Yams managed to get a pick on Marsh there. Hypey's just gonna be desisting this. And Histe and April up into flight control. As again, Yam's just baiting with these parasites. And Doggo really doesn't want to do anything but stay up top. He is biding his time. And then when he drops, he decides to go for the one not underneath him. And Hypey with the pistol, not going to be able to clean that one up completely. Still a nice try. And in fact, every alien tries to leave the room through Marsh, and Marsh rifle butts Knightsy in the face and says, no thank you. But Histe has found his way into Comp Lab, has killed a Hydra, and desisted the res node. Caught almost very awkwardly on a reload, but does clean the Yams up. So that RT may very well go down. But now, April, Marsh, and a whole heckin' lot of skulks. April and Marsh is slowly backing up into the room, gives Golden the position to get behind them. Does allow them to kill Knightsy, but now Hypey's grouped up with Histe, and this is quite a lot of Marines down on the south side of the map. Aliens are just choosing to bypass through this vent, which means, are they going to clean res up, or are they going straight for base? And I think the call is, let's go straight for base. Golden should soon be aware of it. I think he's heard it happening. So now, as we have two Marines just egglocking and killing shells, we have skulks up here. Galahad's going to jump out of the chair and dies. That might not be good, because Golden now, no meds, two skulks and a gorge, does get one of them, which is a nice win, but the arms life is down. That lost weapons too. That's a big chunk of res that's just disappeared because the research is gone. But now 3 skulks, mucus support, and a gorge with no armor. These Marines are going to get cleaned up. It's 1 left. Marsh has to kill Tap. And he doesn't manage it. Golden on the respawn might be able to force Tap out, but he's going for the gorge and Tap's going to come in behind. Oh god. Histe rotating back in now as Tap gets another one on the respawn. The gorge, the mucus, it's insane. Histe's going to go down as well. April on the respawn. Can she kill Tap? No one can kill Tap. Behind this, there's a lurk up. That's it. And Aussie Hunter, they win with the base rush. Tap is nuts. Look at this madman. He's making his team look bad. 1,000 damage ahead. The structure damage, everything. Didn't mean to close that. Let's bring that back. Yikes. Not having an obs really didn't work out there. It was so early into the game. 5 minutes in. You don't normally have an obs. But when you have 2 Marines pushed down from Comp Lab, and you have 3 Marines pushed down from, whatever that room is called, Datacore. And then only Golden rotates back to cross, and by the time he's there, there are 2 skulks through crevice already? Yeah. I'll tell you what though, Eddie in that com chair, in that hive, doing work with that drifter, kept a lot of those skulks alive much longer than they deserved to be. Just the slight overshield. That was some nice commanding support. Wyso with the gorge heals as well, just clutched it with Tap. So now, Nazi Hunter's 1 up on rulebook readers. And if they want to get into that final, and if they want to win their $600 prize pot, they need to be a bit more aware of how open they are. So yeah. They didn't kill a single Marine RT in that game either. God, that could have gone so badly for them. And you know, losing only the one shell on the push into the hive, potentially, maybe, I'm not even sure what upgrade Tap had, but potentially, if he had Vamp, killing another shell could have just saved lives. So that should give Nazi Hunters a bit of a confidence boost going forwards. Though they've lost... No, they haven't lost Eddie. He's just hiding in the ready room. I mean, I keep looking at these stats, but in a 5-minute game, there isn't a whole lot to say. They got base rushed after being on that back foot. And, you know, from the Marine point of view, yeah, you got base rushed and you lost. But you were pretty dominant up to that point. 5 RTs, none lost, and pushing their base with 4 Marines. Just happens that this wonderful vent for aliens just goes straight on out. And that's that. Problems solved. And now I'm getting tons of messages and stuff. I hate it. So now, I'm waiting for this next round to start. Can we start? Question mark. Strats, we are the strats. Actually, stratas. It's nice watching the replay of chat 5 minutes late. Maybe it's a good job they took this long to start the next round, because I just get to look at that chat and know exactly what you all just witnessed. Alright, next round. Here we go. Rulebook readers and Nazi Hunter iz0 going at it again as we opt for some pretty identical spawns. Maybe we'll see the same thing out of the aliens with the dirty base rushers. Golden goes Gorge. And the Marines, exact same strat. Actually, not the exact same. We got 3 on the other side this time, and it's going to be quick aggression out of Doggo and Knightsy pushing up into Data Court. But Histe and Marsh, Histe does get the ambush there, and in fact nearly picks Knightsy as well, giving Marsh a nice easy cleanup. That's a decent start. Now, slowly Tap and Wiso pushing out of crevice after capping. Have to go through the duo of Hypey and April. And Hypey's gonna get the parasite and die for it. But at least April has the info now. Marsh doesn't manage to kill Doggo, but does escape with his life and will get healed up by Golden. And April just underneath this platform is gonna get one pick, very clean. And now Tap finding his time as Golden is in a bit of a situation over here as Marsh dies to the team of Knightsy and Doggo. And Tap's still edging his way forwards. And I'm pretty sure he's well aware there's a skulk right behind him. But on the other side of the map, we got Marsh, Hypey, and Golden. But Yams is rotating in from behind, and they need to be careful about that. Can't pressure the Marines as they fall back onto that tech point. And only Marsh will die. And over here, Histe did get picked off by Tap, so Tap might get himself an RT for free. And maybe we're going base? Who knows? We aren't going base. Golden's going to fall back down to Comp Lab, and in fact nearly gets picked off by Tap there. And he will, oh boy, that res node was 5%. They do manage to save it. Okay, poor Wiso, 3 skulks against him, and they're on mines up actually. We'll lose a res node for this. As the mine gets parasited, and Histe opts to headbutt it with his skulk instead. Now, Doggo is being... I thought he was going to be real sneaky then. April's found a way into base. Doggo, not so sneaky, but does manage to get that pick. And April, still alive up here. And Crag is slowly walking its way across the map. And April gets the ambush and gets the pick on Yams. Very nicely done. Gets the parasite on Tap, so... he's not leaving that base unscouted, as Doggo's back in the vent. Managed to find himself 1 skulk, not going to get the second. If he had managed to stay in this vent and been unscouted, it's lurk res time right now. And picking a lurk and an egg would have been a hell of a play. Apparently not aware enough. Or maybe the aliens were too aware. Who knows? But why so? By himself, Yams is not coming back. In fact, Yams goes and opts to put a mine on the vent. And Hypey and Golden pick him off before he can rotate in. And now Wiso's stuck between a skulk and a skulk. As, ooh, Marsh went really low actually. Tap and Knightsy pushing this kind of unfortunately placed whip, which is not going to do anything. Probably got 1 hit off on a Marine on the way in. But now, here comes the alien team of death. 2 lurks and a gorge, and April's on the flank behind with the scope. This should be a fairly simple cleanup. The mines actually nearly taking out his day's lurk. So, slowly, Marines are capping up some more res, which they need, because they're kind of behind on that right now. April trying to offer some parasites here, manages to get tapped, and he's going to stick around for some more as the lurks contest over in data. Marsh again taking a lot of damage on the way out. Pistols are insane. The AA is on the way. You know, AA at weapons 1, armor 1, interesting choice. As the lurks come out of the vent, and in fact, take quite a bit of damage just coming out of the tunnel even, not a vent. I do have a Crag here, so healing up's not going to be a problem. Histe opted with Vampirism on his lurk, so he can't regen like Marsh can out of the fight. He has to be in that fight, getting the bites to do anything. Now, Golden kind of in a bit of a questionable spot over here. But trying to watch two fights at once. April, though, managed to get the pick off. And these lurks going in again. Marsh does get the first pick, and that allows Histy to just get in and clean up behind. As April's so low, not going to be able to get Yams. Golden probably could have spit him down there, but he opts to leave, staying safe instead. He's got the lurks rotating in to help him clean this up. And now, Doggo and Waiso. And Doggo's sitting on a mine here. And Histy might find one the hard way. It's not going to happen, you know. And Marsh with the ambush, with the lurk, and Histy there as well. That's quick work. Just two Marines die very quickly, and two Marines in cross trade out a Drifter kill in return. These two lurks split up and take one-on-ones. But it works out in their favor. Lurk's normally stronger than the solo Marine. And oh boy, feels bad, Yams, you nearly had that, Crag. One more shot. You know, these aliens doing really good on res, both for themselves and denying the res that Marines have. Marsh might find a mine. Ooh, nearly finds a shotgun in his side as he spikes that mine down. This is a interesting tunnel building spot with 3 Marines pushing it. The poor Drifter might actually get out. Okay, anyway. We have 3 Marines up here, and the fades being up mean that aliens are just going to opt to ignore this. It is scanned that they're rotating this way. I think they're willing to sack data to deny what the Marines have on this side of the map, and again, fairly quick cleanup. The lurks can kill that node nice and easily, and behind it, I'll have to drop that flight hive. They do lose 1 RT in return, but trading 1 RT for 1 RT when you're already down as Marines, not the most beneficial strategy. As April going in and getting extremely low. She's 24 health. Can she find a way out? She can. But oh boy. You don't want to be fighting 3 Marines as a single fade. And Golden does have Yams to contest with, but everything is rotating over here to say, sorry Yams, this is our place now. And these 3 Marines just opt in to cap up, and April really thinking about engaging this again. Goes in, gets 1 swipe and gets out before anything can go south. Meanwhile, the other pack of life forms just cleaning anything they come across. Hype eating the mines. Not such an issue when you're a fade and you have that bigger health pool. But the 3 Marines now doing about the one and only thing they can do. Get a gate to get some pressure that aliens have to deal with. Not going to be able to have April sit here alone and deal with this, as now they're bringing out the GLs. Doggo's got a GL, tapping Yams with shotguns and 2 rifles. Gonna have to clean this up. In fact, there's a HMG on Waiso as well. And yeah, that's one thing that you really don't like seeing as an alien. A GL attacking everything you've got. Those upgrades are dying fast. Hypey behind them takes a lot of damage being shot off of the gate. Does manage to get through into the hive to heal. Marsh flying through the entire team. Golden does go down at the gate. No more Gorge. Not a huge issue 10 minutes into the game when your second hive's already up though. But this GL is just, it's decimating this hive. It's 49% already. The shells are really low back here and could be cleaned up. Hypey's extremely low going in and taking shotgun shots and HMGs. Marsh nearly gets picked off by the HMG. And Histe's just kind of stuck behind this Marine bunch of nasty people. Yeah. Is the Hive still 50%? And now Histe's got the spikes on the Marines from behind, distracting them a bit. Hype eats a GL flying around in the Hive. And Hype again extremely low. These shotguns from Tap and Knightsy doing so much damage. This is just the, like, it's such a hallway. Marsh is just going to spike them from one direction and stay from the other. They have to, like, pressure the Hive, but it's so difficult when you're being spiked everywhere and you haven't picked the fades, and now the fades come in, the cleanups happened. The armor chip from the Lurks constantly whittling down on the Marines. No time to get the worlds off. And now that gate, that's going goodbye. And behind this, what do Marines even have? They have nothing. They've got no res. The GG's called. And rulebook readers making that one look a little bit more favorable for them than being base rushed. They tried, but unfortunately for that Marine team, they just didn't have the res at all to, like, do much. In fact, they were still weapons 1 armor 1 at that point as well. Which, yikes. Whew, that kill graph says it all. Even with HMGs in the mix. But the aliens just always even on the res. Or above by quite a bit. As a Marine, that's not great. You don't want that as a Marine. Because you need the res for your tech. And aliens can just sit there and slowly gain their P-res to get life forms. And it was a 10-minute metabolize. But even so. Not the biggest of issues. Marines shooting pretty well. Yams and Tap both at 30%. Knightsy looking a little bit dodgy at 16, but still managed to put out a fair amount of damage. But it's okay, because we all love Knightsy. You stay with all the structure damage. And Marsh with all the player damage. It's pretty consistent across there. Golden sitting a bit behind on the player damage, but he was a gorge. I've drone a line, guys. But I don't know what we're doing now. Are we picking a map? They're picking a map. Quick, let's go back to this screen. Where you can see all of Loam's BM. Then we can figure out what map we play next. Or rather, they can figure out what map they play next. They've picked Taram. It's another map you may know if you have ever played the game. Then again, it may also be a map you don't know. Who knows? That Armor 2 was definitely delayed. And it's pretty painfully obvious as to why. But while we load this, let's have a look at Tram. A map that apparently has a lot more reflections than Summit does. You know, if I have reflections turned on, and in that video there's obvious reflections, when did the game get updated to remove half of these reflections? Who even knows, dude? Or maybe my reflections aren't actually enabled, even though they should be. Guess we'll never be able to tell. But yeah, that's Tram. Welcome to Tram, etc., etc. Now we get to find out what happens on this map. I think we have phone joining back in. And if that's the case, that's great. Phone is finally awake. I will be right back very quickly. Okay, friends, we're back. So, time to watch some Tram. With full teams. Both teams know who's on their team now. Just waiting on someone. Get in the hive. Oh, phone better get here quickly. Getting really strong with these rules. Why is that not there? I feel like... I feel like NS2 Plus doesn't want to enable all of its settings properly right now. But hey, that's not a problem. Because in all honesty, you probably don't even need to see this thing anyway. If anything, it's probably worse that you could see it. So, phone is setting up his stream. And they're ready. Oh, boy. I just do it like that. No one tells me nothing. Alright then. Rulebook readers versus Nazi hunters again. On tram. And opting to spawn in a warehouse are the aliens. So down in the south, shipping spawn are Marines with a 3-2 split. Probably going to rotate one of these guys to hub this way. Just like that. And we do have Golden up as a Gorge again. And in fact, Golden might get pinched very quickly, very hard by Wiso here. He needs to be saved right now. If Golden dies, that's bad. Oh my god, and Tap's going to try and get him as well. That could have been a hell of a start to this game. Almost just ridiculous outplay by Wiso. Because I don't think Golden thought anyone was going to be in that vent. And I don't think anyone else did either. So, Craig Hive on the way for the aliens. Expect a lot of vamping. And April nearly gets the ambush on Tap, but he's too quick. As Golden's just going to let Histe deal with everything over here in ET by himself. Babbler him up. And Tap's nearly going to get spit to death in hub. And in fact, Marsh is behind Tap. And the parasite's been landed, so poor Tap. No comm, no med. And getting full on crushed, and Gordon nearly goes down again. Gordon, right click. That's how you get health as a Gorge. You can do that. Histe not going to get that pick. And now Hypey and April coming in, and Hypey gets beamed down by Yams, who can't pistol whip April out of it. But Knightsy has desisted all. And he's gonna get Marsh as well, who misses the power before he dies. But Histe's gonna pick up the slack, and Parasite down. And Knightsy does need to be cleaned up because he's making a right mess of this res lane. Desisted and deleted. Now Golden facing Tap, who's just holding W into this. And Doggo's here as well. And honestly, I feel like that could have been a dead Gorge. Marsh does go down, but Golden's going to return the favor. Heal spraying people to death. And Yams and Wiso do cap up. Knightsy not going to be able to pick one of those Skooks off. April trying an ambush from the window, but it's a window, April. It's hard to hide behind. Yams might actually clean up ore here. I don't think. Hypey egged. It's going to delay her a little bit. Long enough that the res node is gone and they opt to just ignore saving it instead. But now, lurks are up. And Golden, honestly, probably not getting out of this one too easily, as everyone's rotating out of ore after him. He's gonna run, and in fact, he's gonna be fine. So, the Gorge is fine, the lurks are up. Well, one lurk is up. And cleaning up these Marines shouldn't be too much of an issue, but Golden's low. Golden will die for this. Unless they focus Marsh on the way out, he could have survived. He'll stay up as the support. And there we go. Should be a cleanup of at least one res node. And assists have finally reached back into Mez. No, Golden does get picked off there, and this Drifter's going to go down in hub as well. We have Marsh helping Hypey through a lane, and we've got Histe helping April on the other side. Just enough of a lifeform presence to get the Skulks through onto the res, as Waiso and Yams here being very sneaky, but not going to be able to do enough with the Marsh going in with a little bit lower health. Also, this game, Histe has opted to not take Vamp on the Lurk. Maybe it was a misclick last time. Maybe he realized his mistake. Regen just gives you that constant health back when, as a Lurk, you just have to hide somewhere for a minute. But every Skulk on the field running Vamp makes them right pain to deal with when they're biting your ankles. And now Yams and Knightsy, both parasited, are about to get crushed big time. And just like that, down goes another Marine node, and the Hive going up in server room. This time, Eddie opting for a slightly different strat, probably because he's had a few more RTs. Doggo not going to be able to do much there, but Marsh with regen should be fine. And they opt to pick off Tap first, if they can kill him. Which is the smart play. You don't want to go and fight the 2 Marines down in ore and then have to retreat through the 1 Marine in the ET lane. Because if you get too low fighting 2 Marines, you're probably going to get picked off. Then again, you can just sit up in this vent and be fine, so whatever thing works for you. So yeah, Eddie armor 2 this time. Although April and Tap going at it, and Doggo on the pinch here. Uh-oh, April. She's gonna be fine. She had the support of the Lurks and the Fade. The Lurks and the Fade? The Lurk and the Skulks. And now, Yams and Knightsy holding W. They're gonna go find this Hive. Unless they split up, in which case they're both gonna find a pretty painful end instead. And that's pretty much the furthest Marine forward. Tap's managed to make it up to repair, but everyone else is back in that respawn queue or in base. And Golden's gonna not kill this RT. You've disappointed me, Golden. Thank you, Hypey. Coming in for the 1 swipe. Nearly taking a bit too much damage on the way out as she collides with a wall. Now we do have some HMGs on the field. Doggo and Yams going up hub. And if unscouted, never mind, Golden scouted. That could have been very painful for a Lurk to find out. I kind of thought they were coming to hub to build a gate, but they don't have gates. And Histe going down to Waiso, sticking in that fight a little bit too long. Maybe he misclicked regen and thought he had Vamp. Who knows? Marsh, you don't want to be peeking a vent crouched or walking as a Lurk. That is a very, very fast way to die. Doggo and Yams with HMGs and hub. It's like extremely difficult thing to contest, and Knightsy as well, actually. But like behind this, while all of these Marines are up in hub, I mean, they're just losing the res on the back lane. Hypey and April coming to support Golden, who's just going to hide up above the door. And April and Hypey both taking lots of damage. Yikes. HMG damage is nuts, dude. Marsh trying to challenge Waiso in hub. Not going to be able to kill each other. And Golden... Where did Golden go? Golden died. So did Histe. Whoops. It was over somewhere. Where the hell was that? I don't even know where Tap is. Oh, he's in repair. The HMGs again, although Tap split off behind the wall. No real support for him. April taking a fair bit of damage on the way out. I mean, Golden's just on this res constantly. Nodes are low. Okay, that one's not low. That one's low at least. And finally, the phase gate tech is up. Waiso trying to pull up or pull the aliens away, and which he did successfully. And now Knightsy, while successful in pulling aliens to him, not so successful in killing them. Doggo and Yams, however, in hub, probably looking to stay alive and get some gates up. But if they get trapped between every life form on the map, things might not go too well for them. It's time to find out, though. Waiso coming in behind actually gets a decent shot. Actually, it's on the skull. It's not the biggest of issues for the aliens. The Fades have split, and April's taken a lot of damage. Not going to get tagged on the way out by Knightsy. And Lurks managed to clean up the rest of the HMGs. So now, and the Marines just on the back foot. They don't have a stable line of res to keep up easily. They don't have any gates on the map to help them keep it up. And in fact, they only have the 15 T-res in the bank. Might be left to fight Tap, and Yams takes big shots, 40 health on the escape. At this point, a Fade kill or several lifeform kills would be really nice. It would help them get that, like, slight power spike over the other team to get them into hub, to help them get a gate up. Marsh goes down to Waiso in hub. There's the first one down. Are they going to be able to take anyone else? Maybe not. Hype's just going to leave the fight. And behind this, Marines have lost their nodes again. Both their naturals are dead, and Histe and Golden are now going base. Hype contesting 3 Marines. Thinks a bit more wisely of that. As this Crag just sits there and heals itself. Well, I don't know if these Marines know what they're doing. They look a little bit lost. They really need a gate just so they can get out onto the map quickly and deal with these problems that they're having, that is securing the res lane behind them. But again, Doggo's just sat in base. They don't have that base gate yet. They're just kind of lost. And Doggo's just being pulled around by Golden. The Fades go in and clean up at least one of the HMGs. Marsh now up as a Fade as well, so it's 3 Fades. And when you're trying to kill a Fade, and there's 3 of them on your face, good luck figuring out which one you were shooting. Histe does lose his Skulk on the res. But again, 3 Fades. Waiso actually picks up the HMG off the ground that was fully loaded. But again, none of the Fades take any significant damage. It's just spread across all 3 of them. And in fact, Phone is now opting to cap logistics. This Doggo gets caught out alone. Killing this res node doesn't really mean anything. It gives them the opportunity to cap their own natural again. But the GG gets called instead. The Marines on that one looked a little bit lost for the last few minutes. Tap, what the hell? 42%. And the most player damage. In a lot of his shotgun shots out there. But unfortunately, they got their gate the gate tech at 950. And then they just didn't have the RTs. The 2 and 3 RTs. They just couldn't get them down anywhere. They couldn't even build one in base. Meanwhile, the aliens are up to the 6 RT cap, and in fact, 4 and 5 RTs from pretty much the second minute in the game. They just exploded in their ability, their tech, and their life forms. Because, hell, Marsh had a lurk, lost a lurk, and went a Fade. Pretty much at the time you might normally see some Fades. So, round 2 coming up. And we'll see if the aliens of Nazi Hunter opt for another base play with some insane drifter, gorge support, and tap just wrecking face. And there we go. That was the quickest round 2 of my life. Look at that. Rulebook readers, and they cancelled. They cancelled it. Never mind. Sorry, they cancelled. Don't worry. Never mind. Take a break. Don't you just hate it? Get all excited, ready to go, and then slap in the face, and you told you can't. Jeez. So who knows what we're doing when we're doing it? I've drawn a dot on my screen. I hate that. I could just grief people by making everyone think there's a dead pixel on their screen, right? No, because that just griefs me by making me think there's a dead pixel on my screen. Like your team logo. Can I even see team logos in top down? No. Used to be able to, I think. Maybe not. Anyway, here we go again. Don't worry about it. We're ready this time. It's real. Rulebook readers, the Nazi Hunter, going at it again. And the standard spawn choice for all aliens on this map is definitely not shipping, but they're gonna go for it anyway. Why so going gorge for them? And the Marines, on the other hand, doing a 3-man split up to warehouse, probably opting to get the very fast north side. Oh, Hype and Histe are going to push down and not even care about capping in mezzanine. Tap gets the parasites, but does die doing so. And Marsh is going to get found by Doggo. The nice 2-bite parasite kill coming out. As April is left to fend for herself. And in fact, there's quite a few skulks sneaking around on this north side. Doesn't look like they want to go base. But Hypey killing both those gorges, actually with the help of Histe there. The gorges, oh, I said gorges. I'm killing both the skulks there. The gorge managing to escape. But now Marsh has 3 skulks pushing towards him. Does a lot of damage onto Doggo. Does manage to pick him off. Yams is going to clean him up though. Nicely done. And again, Wyso being forced out. He has 1 skull as support. It is tap. He does have vamp. And instead, it looks like they're going to opt to ignore this. And they are going to run through Golden. Are they trying for that base play again? Who knows? Because it doesn't look like this one's going to work in their favor. Tap goes down. Yams goes down. Knightsy does get 1 pick. But in ignoring that these Marines were over here, they have lost that Harvester. It looks like they just want to take the left side of the map instead, as they've all swapped over to that side. Although there's been that heavy pressure from the Marines, they still haven't capped warehouse yet. And in fact, Marsh is going to have 2 skulks slowly etching themselves towards him. And in fact, it's going to be more than 2. 2 skulks, a gorge and Doggo there for the retreat, the flank. Something doesn't actually die though. And Hype's just gonna sit here and taunt outside Marine, the alien base. Marsh killed the Yams and Knightsy got through, so Knightsy's gonna make his way up to base. These 3 Marines are gonna delete this tunnel before aliens can do anything about it. But one Skulk's already in base. There's a Drifter on the way. Tap and Wyso, the pain that we witnessed before might occur again as Phone jumps out of the chair. There's no meds for Marsh here, but Phone doesn't need meds for Marsh when Phone is just going to be the greatest of baits, and Wyso is going to sneak his way out of here, but Golden's well aware the Orge came this way. Goodbye to Wyso. That's a big loss for the alien side. They dedicated a lot to that push. They sacrificed their tunnel and some of their res, or at least their attempted res. What a standoff right there. Although, apparently Hitster's just going to give up. And that's what happens when you give up. Marsh, April. Somehow Marsh doesn't die. The benefits of Armor 2 right there. That extra bite just saving you. Someone needs to build that obs, and then Tap will be found. Whether Tap gets found before the obs finishes, however, is a different story. But Marsh just spawned anyway, so although Hypey died, nothing bad will happen. Marsh opts to finish the obs just in case that is a base rush. The sensible choice. Because if that was 5 Skulks and he just died to them, there wouldn't have been a beacon available. But now, Hister and April, Wyso managed to get completely unscouted there somehow between the both of them. Allows him to get some bites in and help the Lurks clean that push up. I'd be sneaking away in here. Maybe trying to pick a Lurk off the RT. Not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. And Marsh, trying to deny some res, isn't going to have the chance to. But Golden is now behind these Lurks. Although, I don't think he expected that RT to be dead when it died. Got a little bit off guard with those Lurks flying around the corner at him. April trying to save this one RT. It's not going to happen, I don't think. Now it just means there's 3 Skulks to deal with. Marsh comes in on the flank to help pick one. April to get tap low. If that was ever a focused Skulk, it would have been a dead Skulk. Unfortunately for the Marines, they opt to not do that. And now, this res is slowly starting to swing the other way. Aliens back up onto 4. And the Marines losing some. So, April and Marsh are going to push down. In fact, Marsh opts to go hub instead, so it's just April pushing down into ET. And the Lurks are on the left side of the map. And they're going to have to contest with Hypey and his stage soon enough. Or they're just going to push in here with 3 Skulks as well. This is a big pack. One of the Lurks is actually low. Dogger's really low. He's going to find his way out through the vent. And Marsh isn't going to be able to do much else to clean that one up. It's a win for the aliens over there, and this unfinished res node isn't going to earn them anything. Knightsy on the ambush might be able to pick Golden. The scan reveals him though. And April desisted ET and opted to push down into observation, so once that's desisted, that's 2 lost RTs as the Lurks clean up Golden with the help of a Skulk. And again, Marines just don't seem to be able to hold their res lane here. This repair room is actually the hive of choice. At the exact same time, Knightsy takes huge damage there. Doggo's going to manage to clean him up and just escape with 14 health to the HMG. Like I said, they opted for the repair room hive as the hub gate's on its way. And April has cleaned up the entire right side by herself. Finds her way down into the hive of the alien team. But now, will they find this hive? Is this going to get scouted, and is it going to get killed? Because with a gate here, they have the potential to do that. Marsh going to try and pistol down that drifter as it just leaves, and the fades are up, but the fades are about to find some HMGs up here. Tab takes quite a bit of damage to the start. So does Yams. Doggo's died to April in hub, and the fades are forced out of that fight. Nightsea goes down low. Yeah. One life form down. And life forms maybe at a bit of a disadvantage in those fights, but even with the HMG, there is no weapons upgrade for the Marines yet. So the HMG just kind of skips that step. It starts at a higher base damage, so it's basically a rifle with weapons upgrades. And it's also technically a cheaper way to get there. Maybe not for the Marine on the field, though. April HMG and Hub versus Tab, that's half his health gone quick enough. Ziams is just dancing around, thinking about what he's going to do here. Ooh, April's fighting Nightsea with a HMG. Nightsea's going to survive. Hype's getting double teamed by a Fade pack, and Doggo gets his parasites and somehow manages to survive with his life there. But the Marines now, they were losing some of that res, but now they're going to be back up to 5, and they have the gates to cover their res lane this time. Something we didn't see Marines manage last time. And Repair Room Hive is arcable from right there, or at least it should be. Nightsea, on the other hand, is in the kind of spot you don't want to be. And this is why, as he actually escapes, never mind, it's fine. He can be there, it's fine. He's 11 health. Tap's going to find Golden, and Nightsea's going to be out without an issue. He's going to get scanned on his way out. He's opting to just sit in this vent, use his regen, and heal back up. Unfortunate that the Marines couldn't pick him off, because now he's going to go and get himself a kill on Marsh with the help of Iso. Although his state might have other things to say. As never mind. He does manage to finally kill one of the aliens in the skull. And these fights, Taps are low, but he's not pistol low. Well, he could have been. Pistol does quite a bit of damage. But the Arc Factory has been built somewhere. It's in Hub. I don't know if you want to try and arc this out from this side. Honestly, fine. Nightsea's back on this res node. Place where he got himself into such a questionable situation not too long ago. And flying through base this time, he's going to find some Marines. He's going to get out yet again. Hypey, though, not going to let him through this time. No more Nightsea Lurk escaping. This gate, probably not the safest thing to phase into. 2 fades and a single skull will clean that one up. But now they have to deal with these Marines, and Hypey's rotating in behind them. Although, saying that, they do manage to clean up the 2 on the lower ground. It will finish off the last skull. Nice little sneaky tunnel coming out from... Actually, that goes to right here. Interesting. It's not in the hive. But that gate that Marines were relying on to keep their north res up is down. So now Aliens able to clean up or get into warehouse. And they're starting 2 biomass right now. I'll put them up onto 5 fairly quickly. And although Phone likes to arc, aliens haven't actually opted for a Shade Hive. No, Crag and Shift. Nightsea caught out again on the north side of the map, doesn't manage to escape for a third time. Nightsea, you're not supposed to type in chat, even if it's at your own expense. So what's this res graph looking like right now? It's pretty respectable. 8 RTs down in 13 minutes. It could be better by the alien team, but they've done a fair job of keeping the Marines on a constant recap throughout the game. So, looks like... Oh, there we go. We've got some shift upgrades now. So this Fade team that they have, 3 Fades. Tap actually extremely low, 29 health. He's going to find his way out. But that doesn't mean Wyso's going to find his way out. Okay, we're back down to 2 Fades. We go down to just the 1 Fade. Tab dice to Marsh and Hub. The sentries nearly picked him off. That would have been a hell of a way to lose it. But right after they get those upgrades on the Fade to unlock that 16 speed cap, the Fades just find their way into death even faster. HMGs are painful, and that's just the weapon 1. Nightsea, it's gonna get past those sentries, 1 health. Very close to dying. Wyso's managed to find his way up into platform. That's gonna be a dead RT. Phone is going for that Arc Factory in Hub. It will happen. Wyso's not actually killed this RT, and I really think he could have just done it. Now he's going to lose his life in the vent instead. We are back up to the 2 Fades. Doggo refading. Yams taking a lot of damage. Yams is going to go down. Hypey and Marsh, just insane damage output. Skulk's struggling to find their way through the lanes because of the HMG damage. They don't have leap. It's on the way, and it will probably make a big impact on how effective they are at just bypassing the Marines. Nightsea and Eddie do get through onto platform. It will finally die. But they ought to go to base after that. And they died doing so. This gate actually working out really well for the Marines. Gives them a very nice easy defense over ore and allows them to rotate much quicker into warehouse than it would if it was down in ore itself. But those skulks do manage to clean 1 Marine. And Hypey's not going to allow any more of that to happen. Meanwhile, Doggo and Nightsea trying to deal with this single arc. And this is why Phone built his arc over in Hub, because he can arc out this ETRT. Although this one's a little bit more questionable, Phone, because you can't arc this out, because it's actually yours. We're taking a fair bit of damage from April. Though, while this is happening, Nightsea's gone Gorge. He's got the clogs down in front of the sentries, and Wyso's behind the battery. Will they be able to kill the gate, though? I don't think so. They lose everything. The Gorge and the Skulk. Phone wants that battery rebuilt. Hypey wants to save the RT first. And now we got an arc down here. It's already been down here. It's killed the RT. Phone's doing everything to be annoying. And as aliens, that's a really awkward thing to deal with. And as I say that, it's maybe not that awkward. Just a pack of skulks is all you need. There goes 2 Marines with HMGs and an arc. And of course the real question is, did anyone hear that hive drop? Because if not, Marines are getting themselves up onto or Marines, aliens getting themselves up onto 3 hives is a massive swing of power. Again, like I said, this leap just helping these scooks out so much. Just getting past Marines and getting themselves into the bite range much faster. But behind this, Phone is slowly going to be arcing out this repair room hive. In fact, Wyso has just killed April, so I think they're well aware this hive is up now. And with the second arc slowly pushing into repair room, it looks like Phone's learnt his lesson of don't use 1 arc to kill a hive for 20 minutes. Use 2 instead. So ET is up. This should allow the aliens to save all their upgrades and get the 3rd hive upgrade chambers as well. April, I'm going to get caught out there as Knightsy comes in behind him with the leap skulk. And there you go, Eddie is echoing out those upgrades and moving the shift out of range of the arc before he needs to either move that away or echo it out itself. In fact, he just moved it to echo something else out. They do get that shade hive up, but it's not in time to save repair room. There's 2-man pack of skulks. Is it a 2-man pack of skulks if they're skulks? It's just a 2-pack of skulks, right? But either way, they don't have the time to get a shade up in repair to stop the arcs from sieging it through the wall. There's Golden gonna have to switch to his pistol after emptying out that HMG. And again, Skulks, just the leap getting them right into the fight there, allowing them to clean up these HMGs. And in fact, buying enough time for Eddie to get the bio down on that arc, as Wyso is again getting through the lanes. Marines down to 3 RTs right now. And again, Knightsy just leaps out of the fight and survives. A lot of these fights currently favoring the aliens just on the fact that they have a leap in these fights. And maybe Celerity is aiding in the leap effectiveness as Wyso finds his way behind sentries yet again. And Phone still adamant about arcing this hive out. But now there's a flamethrower in play. Golden understands. He gets it. It's insane. There's no bile hitting these arcs with a flamethrower about. And in fact, even though it's such a small amount of damage, it's been enough in several games to just be that deciding factor in a life form killer's everything is extremely low. Marines aren't welding themselves up fast enough, not enough meds or something, because that's a pretty clean clear for the alien team. Yams is low in hub, might get picked on his retreat, not gonna happen. The very safe vent allows him to just avoid the line of sight and get himself back into the hive. Oh, but Eddie not inking, arcing, or biling the arcs instead, but that costs them the hive. So, they are still on 4 biomass, of course. That is possible on 1 hive. ET gets instantly reclaimed. Now, Hypey's the one with the flamethrower. And Golden's trying to just put some pressure on, pull these aliens out of this defensive position they're holding on ET. Force them to do something. In fact, does quite a bit of damage to tap. Not going to get the kill. So, again, Wyso just trying to deal with this Marine res. He's been doing a pretty solid job of it so far. But Eddie wants this hive back. Marsh not going to be able to kill Doggo. And Hypey opting to defend this with a flamethrower. Maybe not the best weapon to do so with. But Knightsy's gonna burn to death around the corner. And now we've got another arc up, but there's no one on it right now. Eddie's got some free violin. Golden's trying to pick him off, but no one's there to cover Golden as he gets around the corner, out of line of sight of his team. Although, now, hopefully, with the flamethrower support, that will remove the bile, but I say that and Hype's the only one left standing and a flamethrower is not enough to drive away 3 fades. And if you're wondering how Marines just aren't managing to kill these life forms as easily as they were a minute ago, these life forms, or at least one of them, has 3 upgrades now. The aura to be much more aware of what's going on, the vamp to constantly get health back every hit, and Marines are still on weapons 1. Again, it's a 24-minute game nearly. When you have the shots like Marsh, Hypey, and April on your team, weapons 1 seems like a poor choice. When your field players are as consistent as these 3 Marines can be, and even Golden, when he decides to stop missing stuff, that would have changed so many of these fights where life forms get out with such little health. That 10% extra damage from each level would have just been enough. And now, Marines look like they're losing the grip on the game again. They do still have 4 RTs, but they've lost almost every fight for the past few minutes. Jeez. The scopes are so low, and Histe just wants to finish them off. Hypey versus Tap. And Marsh is there as support. It's a risky fight for Tap to take. He's got aura though. He knows when it's just the 1 Marine. Opting to just completely ignore the fight instead. Dogger's actually going quite low over in Mez. And now that the fades have been distracting these Marines for so long, Skulk's out on the RTs. And these Marines are about to drop down to 2. They are capping up repair, so they'll be on 3 once, or 4 even, once Warehouse dies, because they do still have ore up. But now, they might lose their gate, their spot to the map. Marsh is going to rotate back, but he does so before Hypey. And now, Hypey with 1 HMG versus the team of aliens, not going to be able to do anything. Yikes. Marines, they are opting for a proto, I believe that is. It is, in fact, a proto. Weapons 2 is about to finish. So maybe... Oh, okay. Don't click on whatever I clicked on. Maybe they'll be able to turn some of these fights in their favor with weapons 2. They don't really have the P-res for anything to come out of a proto though. Marsh is on 76, sure, and Hype is at 40, but no one else is buying anything. Well, Golden can buy 1 jetpack. And Yams feels that weapons 2 as he flies past 3 Marines. Tab just hiding in the corner, completely unscouted behind the box down here. He's gonna go in for the fight. It's a brave play. But they were all welding anyway. Marsh just opts to dump out his rifle mag on that harvester. Not going to be a huge issue for the Marines, for the aliens to lose a 1 at this point. They've got their 3rd hive on the way again. They have Knightsy up as an Onos. Hypey gets caught out in the corner. And in fact, it's 2 Onos. Wiseau's up as an Onos, and they're in base now. Phone's out of the chair. There's no beacon available. These Marines are just going to get killed on respawn, and they call the GG. Nazi Hunter also, they won their first alien game with a bit of a cheesy play with the base rush. But they made that one look a lot more convincing. Marines just, they were doing so well until aliens had all 3 upgrades. They had that extra biomass. And it just allows the aliens to pick and choose their fights so much more successfully. Marine accuracy, a little on the low side for this team. The structure damage is going to be huge from phone because of the arcs. And the structure damage from... Actually, Nightsea was the one on res more than Wyso. But Tap, the big fragger for the alien team, carrying them through this. The meds from phone, pretty good, 80% efficiency, not wasting too much res there. But again, like the weapons too at 26 minutes, too late. How many arcs? 6 built and 6 lost. I think if you'd have just built 4 and had weapons 2 earlier, that would have changed how effective your Marines were on the field. I mean, look at this. It just... The Marines just stagnate, and aliens 20 minutes in, guess what happened? That was that next hive. It was bio. It was veils as well. Oh, okay, they had 1 veil. Well, I mean, not a huge difference. But at the same time, that's also when Marines were forced to defend their arcs. They just couldn't get much done. And at that time as well, Marines started to drop down on RTs, so there wasn't even a whole lot of res behind it to keep the meds up. So yeah. That's how that goes. What are we doing now? This is a 2-2 game, so as a best of 5, what happens is someone wins the next one. At least in my head, that's how a best of 5 works. Because I'm pretty sure we're doing this on rounds and not on maps. What map are we going to? I'm sure they said it in chat and I wasn't paying attention. We're going to Mineral. I'll not play the Jambi video. It's not Jambi, it's definitely Mineral. You know, while this video plays, I'll be right back. Alright, look at that timing. I am on point right now. I'm just insane. What are you guys even saying in chat? Armor 3 is the counter to advanced swipe? Pretty much. It makes it the almost required upgrade to deal with it. Because it does add an extra swipe on from Armor 2 versus Advanced Swipe. And Advanced Swipe makes Armor 2 less effective because it makes it 3 swipe and not 4 swipe. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Don't fact check me. So it looks like the last round, rulebook readers are alien on mineral, and I believe this was side-picked by Nazi Hunter iz0. So that allows them to choose the marine team on mineral. Although in all honesty, this is kind of one of those maps that can go either way. So we're going to have to see. Plays fairly... Okay, it's not exactly the same as Jambi, but the basic principle is the same as Jambi. You have a hive here or a hive here for aliens, you know? So either you spawn in mineral or you spawn in drill, and you try to expand to the other one, because it's easier. And expanding this way is bad, because it's towards the Marines, who don't like you, because Marines want to come this way and this way. It's a very simple concept. So normally, pump is a very contested spot, as Marines will just push through auto and get to it. And at the same time, the aliens, you know, they want to come and defend it, and they want to take this one RT because it's going to connect their hives up. It's kind of just like how it is. You have the one expansion hive on the side, whoops, in production. You do not have the hive in the middle, like you would in Jambi, being gravity. It used to exist, it doesn't anymore. It's been, oh no, where are we? It's been crushed. Many things fell through that tiny little hole and destroyed the CC point. That's what happened. But yeah, you can very much expect there to be a tunnel placed over in storage. Not unknown, storage. Sometimes it's down here on this RT, sometimes it's up here, so that this door can be like infested easily with whips and crags and everything. Alternatively, if they opt to spawn over in drill site, you'll probably not see a tunnel in generators because it's not great, but you might very well see one up in production because, again, the very small doorway for Marines to come through is a bit of a pain. But then this doorway with this hive often results in a lot of Marines standing back here shooting your hive. So you got to be wary that if they do build a gate out in generators, normally in the middle of the room, sometimes around here, sometimes over here, or even a gate back in transfer, somewhere around here, your mineral hive gets pushed quite heavily. It's not great. Well, okay, it's great as a Marine, it's not so great as an alien, is what I'm trying to say. The instant reload is kind of insane. It's kind of insane. Most of the problem stems from the fact that with 125 bullets in a HMG, you can just start reloading at 20 bullets left. And if a Skulk decides to jump on you because he hears the reload, you just kill it. If a Fade decides to jump on you, you just force it out of the room because 20 bullets is enough on a HMG. I'm fine with there being a cancel reload. I think it should be adjusted so that it's not an instant back to shooting situation. Because hell, you took all the bullets out of the gun to put more into it. And one of the scariest things you'll see paired with a HMG was a jetpack. Because 125 bullets of deadly firepower chasing you down when you think you're safe as a fade. Not wonderful. Knightsy has unreadied for Nazi Hunter ISO. These teams, I assume, are just taking a little bit of a break between the rounds. Fully understandable. I need to take a break between these rounds. But here we go. And off to start in Surface, Nazi Hunter ISO against the rulebook readers. In the last round, whoever wins this one's going to the finals, boys and girls. Girls do play on us too. And they will be playing against Code of Misconduct in the finals. A best of 7. Now we're just gonna see what they choose to do. Golden gorging. But Knightsy's found his way up into drill. He is parasited though. Marsh did manage to get that. Took some damage for it, but with the gorge on the team, not too much of an issue. Doggo, right above there, manages to get some damage into his state. Doesn't get the kill though. But that high ground advantage. And in fact, Yams found himself down into mineral. He might be able to score himself a shell here, or even better, a drifter and a shell. Phone's going to jump out to try and deal with this. Golden is on the way back. Knightsy's got 2 skulks to deal with over here. Yams does kill Phone, but April rotates back in time. So the only thing Marines have lost... The only thing Aliens have lost here is that one drifter. Still not the greatest thing to lose at the start of the game. They aren't the cheapest. Doggo just sitting here trying to be sneaky. This might be another drifter loss though, if Phone's not careful. It's so low. Oh boy. 15% health on it or so. Knightsy manages to pick Histe's ambush. Doggo's still just crouching around it. Marsh sets up an ambush for anyone that comes through. And he probably heard Knightsy running down that hall. He's trying to get the parasites. Oh, and the drifter scouts out Doggo. Unfortunate for Doggo, but great for that Marine team, or great for that Alien team. As now both Marines parasited. Even with the damage done, they can't be sure that pushing into that room is going to be easy. April biting a bit of this RT. Opts to leave. So she's safe to get out. Does let her cross to the other side of the map though. As Hypey and Golden manage to clean up Eddie, who's out of the chair. Solid 6 Marines on the field kind of strategy. Very common. Hypey comes in from behind. The mucus support actually doing quite a bit of work there. Not enough to save. And Phone just sending his drifter in dangerously close, but the mucus again. And Yams wants to go grab one of those shells for himself. It's not happening though. Managed to time that with 4 skulks being in the base. April 0 health does manage to get picked off. Leaves Weisso alone. And here comes a very interesting play out of the Marines. They go in Armor 2, Advanced Armory. And they might be looking for a... You know, it says advanced armory. I don't actually know where the armory is. Am I blind? I could be. It's not uncommon. It has been known. It lurks up now, so hopefully for the aliens they can get across this map. And Tap's gonna get down into the hive. He's gonna grab that shell. Hypey does manage to clean him up, but the fact that didn't get healed, not the greatest. But now, Marines... Oh, there's the armory. It's in the power node. Anyway, yeah. Marines might be looking to do a bit of a push with the support of GLs. And we've seen how much damage GLs do to hives, but we've also seen the aliens deal with it before. So, question is, can they deal with it in time? They're all going base. Golden's low here, and the IP at the back of the room does... Oh, Marsh is going to go down. He goes in first. Doesn't get the support. Aliens, they're in a decent spot here if they don't lose anyone else. It's just the one IP. Golden's still here to heal. There's a Drifter on the way for some mucus, and honestly, this might just be the game. There's 2 Marines up. Tap goes down in base. It's Histe and Golden. There's a Hydra down. Golden's just healing. The mucus support has to come out. Histe has to land his bites. Histe has to land his bites before the next Marine spawns, ideally. And Histe's going so low. He's 20 health, 1 health. Golden gets the spit on Doggo. Oh my god, what is this? This IP, where are the rest of the aliens? They're across the map. Golden's gonna die. Wyso's the only Marine alive. He's gonna buy a HMG, the base defense. Took the aliens so long to get back here. They had 2 Marines on the map to clean up. But can they clean this up again? Histe comes in, he's gonna lose his lurk, but it might have been worth it. They might kill this game. Wyso was in the chair with the HMG. The HMG would have saved this base push, I think. But rulebook readers, they managed to save it. They could have changed so much at the end. They nearly lost everything. And the fact the advanced armory had finished could have just given that entire Marine team the weaponry it needed. Well, that's that. It could have been a great play from the Marines. The Armor 2 certainly helping them out. The Advanced Armory nearly coming in clutch to save them. But aliens managing to find their way into that base. Unfortunate for the Nazi Hunter ISO team. They played well across the series. But Rulebook readers pulling it out. 3-2. They certainly did their job. So now, we get to see a rematch of yesterday's game. Well, I don't know if it's now. I'm not actually sure when this is being played. But anyway, when it is played, it'll be a rematch of yesterday's semi-final from the upper bracket of Code of Misconduct versus Rulebook Readers. Which, you know, we can just, you know, we need... Where's my waiting screen? That's what we want. So, NSL COMPMODCOUNCIL is Rulebook Readers, for those of you who aren't informed. And yesterday's semi-finals, they lost 2-3 to Code of Misconduct. So hopefully, we'll see a decent rematch. It's a best of 7 this time. And it's also a rematch of the Season 15 Division 1 finals between the same 2 teams, where the Rulebook Readers did manage to steal the bag in that one, get ahead and win. So, In the two decently long series these teams have played, it's currently a 1-1, basically. But it looks like this final might be starting fairly soon. Or at least Robert Readers would like to get this game underway. April has to go fairly soon and doesn't want to be playing NS2 until she has to go to work, by the sounds of things. So, I guess we'll just like sit here and wait for that to happen. Although I will stop this recording, at least. We'll keep the stream up.